Zola angwela o veteronugu, ako itabua. Ako do talitain na barongo na Bula FM, nambando na seri.
Bula, ang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti nambando na seri.
Ni Bula binaka, nandraking ko sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang ko sa mundo active ng Bula FM nambando na seri nusuri.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang ko Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barongo nga ng Bula FM, nambando.
Bula FM, nambando na seri.
In the news tonight, man allegedly stabs partner to death. PM assures Fijians over their security. And Fijians celebrate Father's Day.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
A 34-year-old woman has died after she was allegedly stabbed by her partner along Rona Street in Wallo Bay outside Suva. Police confirms the alleged incident occurred at a company headquarters yesterday afternoon. Pranita Prakash reports.
An eyewitness who wishes to remain anonymous says he was a few meters away from where the alleged incident took place, claiming the suspect came in a vehicle.
Yesterday, about 3 to 4 o'clock, we were standing on the roadside there. We were standing and we saw that guy came. When he saw us that we were standing here, the car goes slowly. And he looked back. And we never realized that he's going inside there for something. Then we saw him, he go inside. He go inside, he came inside, outside, we was looking from here. But we don't know what happened inside there.
The eyewitness claims within 5 minutes, the suspect came back out of the building and he heard the security officer yelling.
He heard the security from here. He was yelling from there and he said that the murder has been in there. When we came there, the security stopped us. And that guy was left.
He says they knew the victim very well and were shocked when they found out that she has passed away. Meanwhile, the victim's 34-year-old husband from Naitasiri is in custody at the Totongo police station following the alleged incident. It is believed he surrendered himself after the incident. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has assured Fijians of their security amid threats of political upheaval going viral on social media. Concerns have been raised by the members of the public about messages being circulated on Facebook, but Bainimarama assures the nation that these fake stories, instigated by political groups, will never eventuate. Chosai Nanunga has more.
Threats on social media to overthrow the Fiji First government has created some fear in the public. However, the Prime Minister has assured of safety.
They're frightening a lot of people, but you must have faith in the security forces that will protect the people of Fiji.
Bainimarama has pointed out a particular political party grouping responsible for instigating this fear amid threats of a political upheaval.
People have been identified as a Sodalpa grouping from somewhere in Australia, which is not really good.
The Prime Minister had earlier stated on several occasions that the Fiji First government will ensure that past political events are not repeated in Fiji. Chosai Nanunga, FBC News.
Police investigators yesterday conducted another search at the bottom of the cliff in Nandi's Nausori Highlands, where 5 people were found dead earlier this week. The team of officers searched the rugged terrain with the help of the villagers. Police are still trying to find more clues that could help establish the circumstances surrounding the family's deaths. The bodies of 63-year-old carpenter Nirmal Kumar, his 54-year-old wife Usha Devi, their 34-year-old daughter Nileshni Kajal, and her 2 daughters Sana, aged 11, and Samara, 8, were found in the Nausori Highlands on Monday. A 1-year-old was also found crawling at the scene. The post-mortem results have indicated the 5 died after ingesting a substance not yet revealed by the police. The funeral service for the 5 was held in Votolevu, Nandi yesterday. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama says his family, together with all the children of Fiji, have driven his relentless pursuit to make our beloved nation a better place. In his message on Father's Day, Bainimarama says while many see him first and foremost as Fiji's Prime Minister, to him his primary role is being a father. Bainimarama says his government recognizes that raising a family takes 2 parents who are able to give of their time and energy to support their children's success.
That's why we introduced paternity leave for the first time ever last year.
so that fathers can take time off the work to help care a new child without having to sacrifice their paycheck. That's why we introduce 5 days of family care leave for every working Fijian, so they can take time off work when they need to tend to their family's needs.
The Prime Minister says the government will continue driving innovative policies that help mothers and fathers strike a balance between work and the care of their families and loved ones. Father's Day is a special occasion to celebrate your dad's contribution in your life. Today, while many celebrated the day with their fathers, others yearned for their presence. And it was a similar story for some dads too, who have been abandoned by their own families. Chosai Nanunga spoke with 79-year-old John Smith, who raised his 4 children single-handedly after his wife passed away 20 years ago. Smith now resides at the Fatherlow home in Wailakutu outside Suva.
John Smith says the happy days spent with his children will always linger in his thoughts, more so on Father's Day.
I hope one day they'll come and visit me here. Like they have been here to see me once or twice, but I hope they will come and see me, visit me on Father's Day.
Boldly sharing his past, Smith says he worked for the Fiji Electricity Authority, now known as the Energy Fiji Limited, for 30 years. After his retirement, Smith began singing on the streets of Suva to earn income. By then, all his children were married with their own families. Smith says he ended up at the home after falling ill.
When I left work, I had nothing to do. I used to bust at MHCC to earn some living for, to help my family. And I used to sing songs at MHCC and for the poor and the blind. And I used to contribute money for the blind and the poor. And I got sick. And my sister came from Australia and then asked me to come and live here for a while with Sister Mary.
Meanwhile, 70-year-old Lazaru Setiko, who has been staying at the Fatherlow home for 8 years now, waits for his relatives every day.
When I woke up every morning, I always expect my close relatives to visit me on that day. Some they visit, but it's like once or twice a year.
It's no secret the love you share with your father. Sometimes, however, it can be difficult to put that love in words. On behalf of the FBC News team, we wish all fathers out there a happy Father's Day. Chosai Nanunga, FBC News.
Up ahead, fundraiser dinner supports children diagnosed with cancer. And we'll bring you the success story of a restaurant owner. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
A 71-year-old man from Nakasi died following an alleged hit-and-run accident yesterday. The incident occurred at the junction of Vavalangi Road. Police say the victim was crossing the road when he was allegedly hit by a vehicle, which investigators are trying to track down. The road death toll currently stands at 36 compared to 49 for the same period last year. The Fiji Roads Authority is planning a black spot treatment program in areas where multiple accidents have occurred to engineer solutions. Head of Governance Dr. Charles Ward says as the number of vehicles have increased in the past 3 years, so have the road fatalities. Pranita Prakash reports.
A lot of effort is being made to reduce the number of road fatalities.
In Fiji, the majority of roads currently have a rating of 1 or 2 stars, and the government is committed to increasing the number of 3-star rated roads with projects such as FRA's 4-lane expansion at Nakasi and Namaka, as well as ongoing projects such as SARUP 2, which is the Suva Arterial Road Upgrade Programme.
Transport Minister Chone Usumate says speed cameras have also been installed in accident hotspot areas.
Introduction and integrating of speed cameras placed in strategic locations prone to accidents. So they found places where we tend to have a lot of accidents and put speed cameras there. As the Honourable Speaker said, the biggest killer in Fiji is people driving too fast. People just drive too fast. So we need to cut that down.
The FRA head of governance says through government funding, they are also investing heavily in footpath and street lights. He says the FRA will also be spending over $40 million in this financial year to make the network safer for both pedestrians and drivers. The road death toll currently stands at 33 compared to 46 for the same period last year. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
For the past 11 years, WOW's Kids Fiji has been the forefront of providing much-needed assistance to the families whose children are battling cancer. A fundraising dinner was organised last night to raise more funds to support the families and their children. Lena Rees has more.
Keeping the promise made to their daughter is something that continues to drive Sina Kami and her husband Taholo to continue their work with WOW's Kids Fiji. Tai Kami had lost her battle with cancer at the age of 15.
We made a promise to her because she asked her father, remember, to have the resource center, and he said yes. Use my song, Walk On More Strong, to have a WOW's fund, and Taholo said yes. And of course we had the scholarship fund to help children, and he said yes. And I thought that's the last one, but she said, that's the only one she included me. Mom, Dad, remember to build a hospital.
Speaking at the fundraiser dinner, Mary Bainimarama, who was accompanied by the Prime Minister and her children, said it's heartbreaking that 19 families have been robbed of the chance to see their beautiful children grow up.
Our need to fuel this fight with renewed focus and energy is great. So far in 2019, we have already lost 19 Fijian children to cancer.
Close to 500 guests observed a moment of silence to remember the children who lost their lives. WOW's Kids Fiji is now supporting 70 children diagnosed with cancer. Lena Rees, FBC News.
The backbone of any family is a mother, and for Elvis Croker and his family, his mother has always been the root of their success. Tonight, we look into the journey of a young entrepreneur who looks back at his mother's struggles as a stepping stone. Lena Rees with this success story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
One of the most popular eateries in Nosori Town, Elvis Kana Place, opened in 1996 when Ping Chan knew this was the only way to support her growing family.
The story goes way back and it's pretty emotional and pretty rough, her coming into the country. She actually went to Nauru at first. She spent some time there. She's got some family there that she helped them with their shop. So she spent some time there, and then during the coup, she decided to come to Fiji. She looked at it in a different perspective, I guess. She only had about 500 Australian dollars with her. She bought a lot of rubber bands, flip-flops, hairbands, all those little accessories. And she went back to Nauru and sold it with their currency, and she made about 10 times the profit. And with that money, she came to Fiji to start her life again. So that holiday was more business than holiday for her.
Following his passion, Elvis graduated with a diploma in architecture, but he has had to forego his passion in 2017 to help out with the family business.
I left because I thought maybe she needed help. I thought it was time for me to go back to the family business, right? I was there for about 2 years, and before that I was with an engineering firm for about 3 years. And it was about time that she started transferring her job to me. But she just can't seem to retire. She's really healthy and she's going strong.
The 26-year-old proudly shared his mom's struggles as it has led them to where they are currently.
So the business is family oriented. So basically we are all part of the business itself. And growing up in the food industry, watching her, she plays a big inspiration for me. So that's why I'm here talking on behalf of her. She's basically my role model. She's the most hardest worker I've ever seen. So she can you have only a few nights of sleep, you know, and but she's always the sole provider. That was to basically put food and bread on the table, and that was life for her. And the restaurant is our life, so our history, our background, everything is basic. Our family is this restaurant.
Elvis says he will continue to support his mother and in the process is trying to give back to her for all the hard work she has put in to raise them. He also has plans to expand the business. Lena Reese, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची FM सुनता. गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
With the Flying Fijian success over Tonga last night, fans can rest assured that there are no injury concerns for the team. Coach John McKee says all the players are fit and ready for the 2019 Rugby World Cup that will be held later this month. The All Blacks are set to regain its top position on the World Rugby rankings after Wales lost to Ireland 22-17. The National Rugby Championship defending champions Fiji Airways Ndrua started its 2019 campaign with a 22-all draw against Brisbane City. Peveli Nadembe and Choeli Vetayaki Jr. scored tries for Fiji, while Serupepeli Vularika scored a penalty for Fiji. In other NRC matches, New South Wales Country Eagles beat Sydney 38-33. Melbourne Rising lost to Canberra Vikings 22-47, while Queensland Country went down to Force 50-49. Fiji Ndrua will host Force in their next NRC match next Saturday at 3 p.m. Now on to NRL. Melbourne Storm 5/8 Cameron Munster will be sent for scans on a shoulder injury after leaving the field late in the side's 36-6 win over Manly Sea Eagles last night. Coach Craig Bellamy conceded Munster was in doubt leading into the clash, and then he re-aggravated a niggling complaint between his left shoulder and neck region. Nasino is climbing to safety from relegation as they thrashed Thavua 5-0 in its Vodafone Premier League match today. Nasino showcased their brilliance throughout the match. The goals were scored by veteran Usai Tandu, Semi Matalau, Elvis Ram, Captain Manasa Levadi, and Chosai Ratu. Coach Tangi Bonalangi says they won despite the difficulties.
A few boys that didn't turn up for training this week, but we're so thankful that we happened to have a game, a ground. And we work on our strength, which is the crosses. We work on that this week, and then this is one of our weapons so far.
Nasino is at 6th place on the points table with 13 points and has 2 more matches to play. With the focus on OFC qualification, Lautoka is inching closer to its ambitions after defeating Rewa 2-1 in its Vodafone Premier League match today. The Premier League title had slipped out of Lautoka's hands after Bar's success in the league this year. Lautoka coach Ajanesh Prasad says they are happy with the win.
This puts us near to the O-League qualification as the second team from Fiji. We'll just wait for the second game against Thavua. Our win should guarantee us the best in the O-League.
Meanwhile, in another Vodafone Premier League match this afternoon, Lambasa and Suva ended their match with a 1-all draw. The goal for Suva came through national rep Laisini Araura, while Ilisoni Longaivao scored the goal for Lambasa. The Fiji Under-19 women's side has defeated Solomon Islands 3-1 in their first OFC Under-19 Women's Championship. And on to the English Premier League, Sergio Aguero was labelled a special talent by Manchester City boss after the Argentine hit 2 goals against Brighton, continuing his record of scoring this season. Mostly fine weather prevailed today, a perfect day to hold outside activities for Father's Day. And looking at the west, a mixture of sun and clouds with pleasant conditions. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, gloomy day with low clouds. And up north, considerable cloudiness, a few showers expected later. Now at sea, moderate to fresh southeast winds, gusty at times, rough seas. And for the tides, its high tide is at 8:09 tonight with a low tide at 2:17 tomorrow morning. Sunrise will be at 6:14. For tomorrow, cloudy periods and showers expected over most parts of the country. And looking further on to Tuesday, it's cloudy and rainy conditions to continue. Recapping the main stories for tonight, man allegedly stabs partner to death. PM assures Fijians over their security, and Fijians celebrate Father's Day. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question this week we're asking, is Fiji progressing towards achieving gender equality? Visit our FBC website to answer. Now remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbc@fbc.com.fj. Share it with us by Facebook page FBC News. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Natango Maria, maramani waya manatuya sawa, awetikitunde nandi ya ndo marataka na varonga na Radio Fiji 1.
Yawa asna vatili, yawa mana Monica. Tondo varonga vale bunar domai biti lambasa.
Bula natango aproslan garse, ngor kraki. Do televio na varonga na Radio Fiji 1, na domai biti.
Bang natango tsani bukia, ngoni na mosi. Ando talita kana varonga na Radio Fiji 1, na domai biti su.
Radio Fiji 1, na domai